Imagine waking up one day, logging onto the internet, and finding a man claiming to be a time traveler from the future. Sounds crazy, right? But in the early 2000s, that's exactly what happened, and people still talk about it today. His name? John Titor. He claimed he came from the year 2036, bringing warnings about the future and knowledge of time travel. But was he a hoax, a prankster, or something far more mysterious? Let's dive into the bizarre case of John Titor. In November 2000, a user calling himself John Titor appeared in online forums, claiming to be a time traveler from the year 2036. He said he was a soldier sent back to retrieve an old IBM 5100 computer. Why? Because, according to him, it was the key to preventing a major technological catastrophe in the future. But here's the weird part. He wasn't just some random troll. He answered detailed questions about physics, time travel mechanics, and even the structure of his time machine. And he did it with a level of knowledge that some scientists found surprisingly accurate. Titor didn't just claim to be a time traveler, he explained how time travel works. According to him, his machine was built by General Electric and worked using a Kerr black hole. He even posted photos of the device, describing components like gravity distortion unit, miniature, black holes, electromagnetic shielding. Many dismissed it as nonsense, but some physicists actually said his descriptions of time travel lined up with theoretical physics. But it gets even weirder. Titor didn't just talk about time travel, he made predictions about the future, and some of them were terrifying. 1. A civil war in the US, 2005 to 2015. He claimed that in the mid-2000s the US would fall into a brutal civil war over political and social issues, eventually splitting into 5 different regions. By 2015, he said, a nuclear World War III would break out, wiping out millions of people. 2. A devastating World War III, 2015. He warned that in 2015, Russia would launch nuclear attacks against the US, Europe, and China, leading to the deaths of billions. 3. The rise of a new world order. After the war, Titor described a new society where people lived in small rural communities, and technology had regressed in many ways. So, did any of this actually happen? Well, not exactly. The US didn't fall into a full-scale civil war, and World War III never happened. But some people believe that Titor's timeline may have been altered, meaning, because he traveled back in time, he may have caused changes that prevented these events from occurring. Others point out smaller details he got right. Tension between Russia, the US, and China did escalate. The IBM 5100 really did have secret capabilities that weren't public knowledge at the time. He described a disease outbreak in 2015. Some say this could have been a miscalculation of COVID-19. So, was he wrong, lying, or actually onto something? By March 2001, John Titor disappeared. He said he had completed his mission and returned to 2036. He left behind no trace, just thousands of forum posts, cryptic messages, and unanswered questions. So what do we make of this? Was he a brilliant hoaxer who fooled the internet? A misunderstood scientist? Or was he exactly what he claimed to be, a real-time traveler? The mystery of John Titor remains unsolved. What do you think? Let's discuss in the comments below. And if you love exploring strange mysteries, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives like this. Blast off.